Today we are gonna unbox and review Hatching Time incubator. This is the 350 model. I'm gonna show you. We're also gonna talk about the pros and cons with I'm pretty sure. Alright, we back. They really packaged this very well. So far, no damage I have seen. So far, the build quality is pretty good. I'll remove that later. Inside, alright, we got it unboxed. They packaged it very well. They made sure it wouldn't get damaged in the shipping. Inside, so far the quality, it's very good. They use rubber gaskets instead of like a foam, which is very good because foam is gonna break down eventually. Really nice thick door. Loading. Loading. Alright. Build quality on the wheels. Surfer looks heavy duty. It's surprisingly light and heavy at the same time. Yeah, pretty decent wheels it comes with. Very good. Especially whenever you have to go clean the incubator you gotta pull out from the wall. I'm gonna stick those on later. Another thing that it comes with is water. Waterer. Let me tell you, they know how to pack. The water reservoir pretty strong. Not flimsy. It ain't made cheap. This one actually feels like very strong. Like if I accidentally drop it a couple times, I'm pretty sure it won't break. We will test, drop test, eventually. And this one also, you know what? Let's take a little deeper look into it. Yeah, it's definitely a float valve. It somewhat feels cheap, but well built at the same time. At least the arm is not plastic, which that's a very good thing. So far, it's looking pretty good. Let's go there. Now we're gonna have to come back while I go get some more room. We're at a section where I'm going to show you how to set this up and then plug it in, and I can show you the build quality of this. So this little guy, this pops on right on the side. A little tight fit. And then that plugs in to the side up here. Extras all the way in there. Gonna put the lid back on. And we're just gonna fill it up with water. Push it a little bit, put it down there. So far, so good. Oh, clicks in. That's nice. And then we're gonna plug it in. Well, before we do that, we're gonna have to almost figure out about this. The hemostat part of it. This guy goes right in there. In here. Did get the wheels back on. It was very simple. It just screws on the bottom. The unit is actually surprisingly light for the size. This guy just runs right up. Eventually I'm probably gonna set to bottom. The unit is actually surprisingly light for the size. This guy just runs right up. Eventually I'm probably gonna set to. Alright, my battery died on my camera, but it's okay. We do have it plugged in. The thermostat just plugs in on the side. The way you turn it on, right here, back here, it's a switch. It kicks it on. I did have it run a little bit. It only took a minute to get up to temp almost. One thing I want to mention real quick, these hatching trays, it's sturdy. It doesn't feel like cheap plastic. I have dropped it a couple times already. So far it hasn't broken yet. How to operate the controller. T is for temperature. You push and hold until it says sets, which is 99. That's very good for hatching and incubating. Up and down, you can change it up and down. And then you push T again to have it set. Humidity, same thing. 60, that's very good. It's up and down. 60 is really good for hatching only. Not really good for incubating eggs. For turning, you want to have that at about, I keep mine around 45, about there. You push H again to save it. Now, going inside. People complain about the windows. Speaking of windows, up here there's a little light. Great. How they want to see a bigger light? I mean window. I actually kind of like this because with hatching, you don't want too big window. You won't see anything in there, but maybe whenever you have an egg turner, that's where it's coming in, where kind of want to see a bigger light. I mean, window here. But I like it. It's okay. Especially the gasket on them. It's all rubber. So it won't break down. It won't cause issues of sticking.
Even a thick
Door. Not flimsy. The surrounding of it, like this is all aluminum. Except this. These racks are plastic. So far they are strong. Oh, it has a timer. Okay. Good to know. These are plastic. I'm kind of curious how long and how strong it will take. But we'll find out. I like it so far. That's a very nice touch. Having it suck into the fan and circulate throughout the cabinet. Nice, even. Right now, I can feel the heat coming out. A lot of heat. So it's pumping a lot. When we go on the back side. Backside of this. One thing about this I have noticing, it spurts up water for this hole. I'm going to put something there Supping, but that's okay. So far, the machine itself is high quality. Open this guy back here. This is a really nice touch. I like this. It's gonna be easy to clean. So coming back here. This is rubber, which is good, just in case if you actually bump into it and it won't break. But even that part, it's a nice big oversized fan, which very good. The light is great. Let me tell you right now that is very bright. Now on some incubators I have seen where they have like a an L bracket going up and down. And just chemically like it just picks up dirt and grime too quickly and it's hard to clean. With this, so far it should get cleaned very easily. Especially whenever you have an accidental egg bust open. These are rubber too. Here's your two vents. I'm just gonna keep them open. I'm not gonna really mess with them. And here's another one right here. Alright. Thing is on to final thoughts. Alright, my final thoughts on this incubator. It's worth the money. There's a lot of features on here I wish I had on other incubators. Like the front opens up. Front and back opens up. Nice and easy to clean. You don't have to go from the front, clean it, try to get that all nice and clean, doesn't stink. I'm gonna run a couple rotten eggs in here, see how easy it's gonna remove off the walls. One thing is with this door, rubber gaskets. Nice sturdy rubber gasket, nice thick door. These racks is plastic, but nice, and it's not a cheap plastic. A lot of this is not all cheap plastic. Back of there, the cone for the humidistat, it's rubber. Which has a very nice touch where it pumps into the fan. Nice big fan it has on this. It pumps a lot of heat from that fan and just circulates it nice and easy. They run it overnight. Did open a couple times. It goes up in temp pretty quickly. Very stable. The wheels, I love the wheels. The wheels are handy. Anywhere you need it, it will go. As long as you have a card for it. Nice 1 gallon tank. I don't have to worry about opening the front, dumping water, even though there's a water tray down there, but so far this is good enough for me. Even the controls is up front. You can see it right up front, so if you have it somewhere like right next to another incubator, you don't have to fight it, try and look into it like, okay, what's my temps, and it's very handy for this. And so inside where it could get damaged, the sensitive parts. Even the nice touch about this is the light. Can I talk about the light? The light, it turns on, has a little timer in there, so you don't have to worry about it. If you accidentally forget about it, turn it off. It turns off automatically. so far, it's a nice sturdy incubator. I will definitely, once I get enough eggs, so if I have to get another incubator, we'll try the egg turner one, see how that fares up too. Once it's hurricane season, I'm gonna push this to its max. I'm gonna run it on generator power, and I'm gonna see how long before it cools down, where the eggs could potentially die. It's running on a little bit of solar power right now. So far it's loving life. It's not a care in the world right now. And nice sturdy. It's not some like flimsy plexiglass. It's nice and you won't feel like you're gonna break it. Especially it's sealed around the actual unit. It's not just hot glued up into it. It's actually screwed into squeezing the door. So whenever you clean it, you don't have to worry about it ever popping out. Other thing is I have a voltmeter that plugs into the outlet. I'm gonna see how much power this takes a day and see how much it costs me each year to run this thing 24/7. Only time it will stop is whenever it needs to get clean, and that might be a day of rest time, but that's about only thing it will ever have rest. I will never unplug this. I'm gonna see how long it lasts, which I know should last forever. They do all make replacement parts, which that's very helpful and easy to find. Some incubators are a little hard, and they overpriced us a little bit, some of them. So far, I like it.